Hey guys, so today I'm going to be giving you an updated barn tour of Smokey Ridge Stables. I've moved some barns around a little bit. I added on to one of my barns, and I actually got a new barn that my aunt gave to me. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here's the front. The only thing that's changed really is this pot of flowers I added here. Here's a mailbox. I'm sorry if the quality is a little bad. I'm having to use my phone because I'm not able to use my camera right now. Here's our sign. It's still the same. Yeah. And here's our Mustang statue. So yeah, that is the front. And then we'll move on to the next part. Alright, so here's our newest installment. This is the mirror pasture. We took down our arena and made this with the vents we had. We currently don't have an arena, but we are working on getting another one. So here we have Amira. She's an Arabian mare. She's very pretty. Very pretty girl. Then we move over here. This is Sweet as Honey, and she is a Mustang mare. She is very pretty. She has a brown eye and a blue eye. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's like really dark blue. And then over here is one of our newest horses. This is Sasha. She doesn't have a show name yet, but we're working on getting one. If you want to post suggestions in the comment box, you're more than welcome to. And then over here, this is their feed trough and their water bucket. So that is this area. Now we'll move on to one of our mare and foal barns. Okay, so this is one of our mare and foal barns. It's still in the same spot as it was last time. We added some new things, like we added these stall toys, and this one is like a treat stall toy. It has like oats and other little treats on it that the horse can chew on, and that is just a regular stall toy. And here we have Royal Request, or Garnet, and her foal Romeo, and he is right there. You can see him right there. They share that tack box back there. There's a radio, and I put some wood around their gates. That was not there before. And here's her stall toys, and we put them on the windows because we didn't have anywhere else to put them. So that's where they are. This is Suki's song, or Suki, and her full haiku. Can't hardly see him. He's right there. And these have water and feed buckets that are in the back. Yep. And then if you come to the side of their barn, here we have the hitching area, and we added these fences to on it, and you can hook up to 2 horses here. And there is a water bucket for them in case they get thirsty. So yeah, that is one of the mare and foal barns. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so here we have one of our biggest stalls in the whole entire stables. This is one of our outdoor stalls, and it currently holds Starfire and her 2 twin Appaloosa foals. This is Lily, and back there is Millie. There's her feed trough. That's where her halter goes. And we put this fence here because sometimes the foals like to get underneath it and try to get out, so I had to put that there. And this used to be in a different area than it was now. There's some extra fencing. And if we come over here, this barn used to be an entirely different area as well. This is where the arena used to be. Now with this, I've added these stall bars on each side so they can have more privacy. So right here, this is Royal Renegade, or Renegade. It's him in the stall. Sorry if you hear dogs barking. Over here we have Magical Miyuki and Comet, and Miyuki is just back there playing with her stall toy. And here we have our full Comet, very cute boy. And over here, this is Watch Me Shine, or Shiloh, and he's currently in the pasture right now, but he's about to come in. And each have their hay things right there and water troughs. Down here they each have a tag box and a halter rack. And we recently got new brushes and new hoof picks. So yeah, there they are. And there's this brush and a radio. So that is this barn. So now we'll move on to our next mare and foal barn. Alright, so here we have our next mare and foal barn. This is where we keep mares that have just given birth or new mares that we might buy that have foals. And currently in here right now, this is Gloria's Guidance, or Gloria, and her new foal, Rhythmic Echo, or Echo. And they're doing just fine. And this is Amanda, and she was just checking up on them. And there's their feed and water bins. See them back there? Yep. And then over here, this is our jump storage. There's a sign that says no smoking. Up here is where we keep all of our blankets. So yeah, we have a lot of them. And then we have like extra halters and bridles in there. And then this little area is just an area for them to come out and stretch their legs and whatnot. So we leave that open for them. And then if we come around here, this is another little area for our mare and foals. This is where we put them to run around at sometimes. So currently in here, this is Champagne Rose, or Rose, and her foal over here, Soda Pop, or Fizz. That is him, and they have their halters on. And then there's their water bucket. So yeah, this is this area of our stables. So now we'll move on to the next part. Okay, so the next part is the house, and this is also the office. You walk in the door, the office is just right there. Not gonna get into too big detail about it, but I'll give you an overview of the house. So yeah, that is the house. So now we'll move on to our biggest barn at the stables. Okay, so outside of our biggest barn, we have a little area where you can just sit down and rest at. There's a plant and a tree right there. Here we have Roxy, our Great Dane, and here's Willow, our pet deer, and that is her collar right there, and it is like a reflector collar just in case we don't see her at night. Yeah, and these two are like the best buddies, so they just hang around everywhere they go. Over here is our chicken and duck pen, where they just hang out at, and they have a little nest area back there. Here is another tree over here. So yeah, that is this little area. So now I will show you inside of the barn. Okay, so here we have our biggest barn. It is a 6-stall barn, and we combined our stallion barn with these 3 stalls, so now it currently holds 4 stallions and 2 mares. So yeah, and I'm going to try to show you this barn the best I can by getting through it, but it's kind of difficult sometimes, so bear with me. Okay, so this is one of our newest horses. This is Dash for Cash, or Cash. And he's just in there with his salter on. And if we come over here, this is Queen of Hearts stall, and you'll see her later. And over here, this is Shades of a Shadow, or Shadow. She is a Tennessee walking horse mare. That's him, and he is a paint cross quarter horse stallion. Yep. And now if we come over here, this is Crimson Tide, and these stalls each have a treat stall toy and a jolly ball, as you can see back there. So yeah, over here, this is Dark Pride stall, or Kai, and there's his toys back there, and they each have hay And Crimson Tide, he has a hay net back there. And they also each have their own tack boxes now with halter X. So yeah. And then our last horse in this barn, this is Dance for My Lance, or Lance, and he is back there currently playing with his stall toy. And there's his tack box and brushes. So yeah, that is this barn. I will give you a quick overview of it. So yeah, that was our biggest barn here at the stables. So now I will move on to the feed room. Okay, so here we have our feed room, and I apologize if it's a little dark in here. I will try to do the best I can. So come in here, we have padding in here. Here we have a hay basket. And over here, this is where like our supplements go, fly spray. There's some supplements, fly spray, some syringes right there. There's some bottles over there. Under here is like some carrots, which you can hardly see. So that is that. This is a little shelf. And then over here we have a bucket, and then here is a little bin where we put our bucket of apples, some hay. There is a bucket of oats. Over here we have sweet feed, oats and barley, and then here we have our treat bin. It has carrots, apples, and sugar cubes in them. Yeah, you can see them in there. That is that. And then back there is all of our feed. We have a lot of different kinds of feed. So yeah, that's that. Here we have our feed chart. It has our horses' names on it. You can see that. Over here we have our whiteboard. Yep, and down there we have some treat bags and some other mixes. And we have another feed bag. And right here is where we keep our dog and cat food. We have to put it in a bin. Sometimes the dogs and cats come up here and tear the bags open. So keep them in there. Yeah. So that is my feed room. So now we will move on to our next barn. Okay, so over here, this is our second biggest barn at our stables. It is a 2-stall barn. So yeah, so before we get to there, come over here. This is our dog and cat area. Here we have Lucy, our Jack Russell Terrier. She's coming out of the doghouse. There's their toys and their food bowls. Over here, this is Gracie. I'm not sure what kind of cat she is. She's just her barn cat. And there's her little cat house and her little box and her toy. Over here, this is Milo, our little beagle. Yep, that's him. If we come up here, this is Pride of Dixie, and she is a halter showing horse. She's won many awards. She belongs to Bridget, which you will meet later. I will open this for you to see her. Very pretty girl. And there's her water bin and her hay back there. And back there in the back, she has some stall toys. So yeah, so now I will close this back up. So come over here, this is Bridget's tack box, and she has some treats, an apple and a carrot on top. She has a hoof pick, her brush, and her hat is in the tack box. Let's close that down. Over here, this is where she hangs her awards. She has 2 rosettes right now. There's her halter. And right here are some pictures of horses, and this horse right here It's actually a horse you will meet later in the stables. That's that side of the barn. There's some signs. Over here we have Classic Casey, and he is a Belgian warmblood. He is the barn's best show jumper, and he belongs to Amanda. He is very pretty, very, very sweet boy too. And here is her helmet. It's his trophy, and this is Rosette right here. His brush, hoof pick, tag box. And over here we have some pictures. There's actually a picture of Totalis right there. There's some rocks right there. So that is this barn. So now I will move on to the tack room. Okay, so this is the tack room, and I have done a lot of new things to our tack room. As you can see, I've added wood flooring to the floor, and there's a rug right there. Over here, we used to have some Breyer sitting here, but we moved them, took them out. Here we have a camera, some flowers, a picture of a horse. Here is like a DVD of Nugget, as you can see. Yep, this is Nugget. And right here, this is a booklet of Misty and Stormy. It actually is like a cutout of them. So yeah, that's that. Down here we have some wash stall kits. So yeah, that's that. Here are some pictures up here. Come over here. Here's where we keep our grooming kits. There's one back there. It's black. You can't really see it. There's a brush, another grooming kit. Here's a bigger one down here. A watering can. Some more pictures. There's a picture of Magical Miyuki and her full comet right there. Over here we have our barn rules. You can pause that and read it if you want to. Alright. Down here we have our Mustang halter. It's got like a noseband, thicker noseband on it. And over here we have our saddle area. And I recently installed 6 new saddle racks, and this works so much better than what I had before. Works very well. And over here we have our bulletin board, our whiteboard. This is where we keep all of our halters and bridles. So yeah, give you a quick overview of that. So yeah, that is the tack room. So now I'll move on to the wash stall area. Okay, so here's our wash stall area. We currently have 2 wash stalls now. We only had 1 last time, and we made this one bigger, and then we added this one. And here we have Bridget, and she is grooming her newest horse, Queen of Hearts. She is also a halter showing horse. She's very pretty. I really like her. And then there is a water bucket for the horses. If they get thirsty, they can reach down and drink from it. Here is a grooming kit with a hoof pick in it. Here we have some shampoo and soap over here. Here is our sprayer. You can see that. And then here we have Dolly, our Dalmatian, and she is just watching what Bridget's doing. And then over here we have some grooming things, some mucking out supplies. So yeah, and if you come into the wash stalls, it's surrounded by this fence, just in case one of the horses get loose and they have a lesser chance of escaping. So yeah, that is our wash stall area. So now I will move on to our biggest pasture. Here we have our biggest pasture at the barn, and it currently holds our stallions and geldings right now. So if you come here, this is the fence that you can come into. Here is a sign that says please keep gate closed. And then if we come around here, we have Dark Pride, or Kai, and he is running with Red Canyon, or Red. and Shiloh, and you saw his stall earlier, and he still has his halter on because he's about to come in. And Kai is a thoroughbred, Red is a quarter horse, and Shiloh is an American warmblood. So it's them, and then right around here we have some flowers that are growing along the fence area. Here, so yeah, here we have Meet Me Halfway, or Marco. He is a very pretty boy. He is a mixed breed. Over here, this is Shakespeare's masterpiece, or Shakespeare, and he is a Shire stallion. Over here, this is Rocketeer. He is an Appaloosa stallion. And there we have Triple Ace, and he is a quarter horse gelding, and he is the horse you saw in the picture earlier. And they're just going to get a drink of water over there. Here's more flowers. Here's a horse crossing sign. So yeah, that is the big pasture. And last thing I will show you is the Mustang corral. Okay, so here we have our Mustang corral, and since we have Mustangs in it, it's outlined with an electric fence around the top area of it. So here we have signs, please do not feed horses, and warning, and electric fence sign, so they're still there. Here we have Midnight Magic, or Midnight, and he was our first Mustang rescue. And back here we have a Peaceful Blizzard, or a Blizz, and Spontaneous Rhythm, or a Jazz. And they're currently not really fighting, but they're kind of playing right now. They don't really fight anymore. And he was our second one we rescued, and he was our third. So they've calmed down a good bit since we've had him. And since they don't really have any grass in their field, we put some oats and some hay in here. It's like the green hay, I forgot what it's called. And then they have 2 water bins because they like to drink a lot. So yeah, that is the Mustang corral. Alright, so that was the updated barn tour of Smokey Ridge Stables. I am planning on doing a series with my stables. Comment below if you would like me to do that, and if you have like any suggestions on like what it should be about, like the storyline or whatever. Just give me ideas. It doesn't have to be like a complete storyline or whatever, just like bits and pieces. So yeah, I'll be probably be doing a new series on that since I've got it set up now. So yeah, now I will give you an overview of my stables. So yeah, that is my tire barn. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.